Last week I interviewed candidates online for a number of different positions, and I can't wait to share what I learned with you so that you can ace your video interviews too, especially as they become increasingly common, whether over Zoom, Skype, or Microsoft Teams. This video is about giving you the best possible chance of succeeding with my expert top 5 tips. So let's roll the intro and get right into it. Tip number 1 is to build rapport or a sense of connection with your interviewers nice and early. All too often, candidates assume a really passive role in online interviews, waiting to be asked things, but I recommend you be proactive. I recommend opening that connection by asking them how their day's going, how their week's going. This lubricates the whole interview process and maybe gives the interviewer a little insight as to how you might relate to new clients or behave in the team, so definitely show a little bit of yourself and build that connection nice and early. As everyone works from home a lot more, your interviewers might be subject to a lot more distractions, especially compared to a typically austere interview room like this. Some interviewers might have childcare commitments, others might have pets running around, and there's always the opportunity to be distracted by more mundane things, all of which can distract from candidates' answers.
Sure, I can talk you through my CV. So I went to university at the Open University. I studied BSc in psychology. So those are the main elements of my CV that I wanted to share with you.
Okay, that's great, thank you. Keep your interviewer's attention by giving a clear structure and by telegraphing that nice and early in your answer. So perhaps for competency answers, you actually say the words situation, task, action, result. E.g., the situation was X, the task I found myself doing was Y, and there were 3 actions within that. The first of those was, or for more general interview questions like talk me through your CV, you might structure it at the beginning by saying, sure, I'd love to talk you through my CV. There are 3 main components I'd like to build my answer around, and the first of those is telegraphing the structure of your answer means that interviewers are less likely to get distracted if they know they're supposed to be looking out for 3 things. But if they do lose focus, perhaps they can reorient themselves within your answer a lot quicker because you've already shared that structure with them. Tip number 3 is to get the physicals right. What does this mean? Well, in the first instance, get the webcam to eye level so that your image is received more like this. Lighting is super easy to get right, so find the right spot, preferably with your face to a window rather than having your back to one. I recommend wearing earphones with a built-in microphone, potentially the one that came with your phone. The sound quality will be much better. And remember to wear what you normally would when going to a face-to-face interview. So dress professionally if you can, and keep your background nice and clear and non-distracting so that the interviewer can focus on the quality of your answers. And lastly, within getting the physicals right, preview your webcam. If you're using a Mac, you can launch the QuickTime app and hit movie recording to get that preview, while Windows users simply click the start button and then click on camera. Tip number 4 is testing your software and your connectivity by first testing your internet speeds. A download speed slower than 18 megabits per second or an upload speed slower than 3 megabits per second will likely result in greater pixelation or lag, so definitely test your internet speeds for free the way I'm doing here, and there's a link in the description box below for you to use. Now, if you're getting slower speeds, I recommend turning your mobile phone into a Wi-Fi hotspot. This can offer a quicker and more reliable connection in situations where there's a lot of pressure on localized broadband services. Now, most software gives you an option to blur your background or to change it entirely in order to reduce bandwidth and also to promote a sense of privacy. But beware, because some web-based versions of applications don't allow you to do this, so you might have to download the desktop versions to get this fuller functionality. So be sure to test it out with family and friends before your live interview. So tip number 5 is to not log in too early, but also to log out promptly. So for a normal face-to-face physical interview, I might recommend getting there 10 minutes before your interview time. For online video interviews, it's a different story. I'd recommend definitely not clicking on the activation link for your video interview any more than 2 minutes before the scheduled start time, but preferably 1 minute before. And that's because your interviewers might already be on that chat function discussing how they're going to arrange the interview. Similarly, at the end of your interview, log off promptly so that your interviewers get a chance to discuss the interview performance and to score it, and they'll definitely appreciate you giving them that space. So those are my top 5 interview tips, and I wish you all the very best with your video interviews.